Hey everybody, welcome to another new episode of Cult Movie Tuesday right here on Night Owl Video. And today we are talking about Mars Needs Women. Yes. This was a first watch for me. I'm going to get into the cast and the production and my thoughts on all this. But before I do, I just want to say a big shout out to everybody who has subscribed. I'm now up to 135 followers, subscribers. And so welcome to everybody that's new, and thank you for choosing to subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate that. And for all the comments I've been getting lately and the thumbs up, and it's just been wonderful lately. So thank you to everybody who has decided to join my channel. I hope you enjoy the content. Last week I did my horror Blu-ray collection. And for part one, I had 200 views, which might be a record for my channel. And then a little slower on the second video. I think I only had 100, but I figured that's probably people just catching up maybe, or haven't seen it in their suggested videos or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, that's wonderful. And so thank you again to everybody who's subscribed. I really am so grateful for all that. Today, which every Tuesday on my channel is Cult Movie Tuesday, and today we are talking about the 1968 made-for-TV film Mars Needs Women. Yes. Anyway, this will be in my thrifting haul video, which is coming up tomorrow, because this is a recent pickup for me while I was out thrifting, and it was a first-time watch for me. And I mean, this thing was made in the late 60s. This was made 2 years before I was born. And it's definitely a product of its era. I mean, there's no denying that. It's incredibly cheesy and low budget, but we'll get into that in a minute. So, as I mentioned, this was a made-for-TV movie from 1968. It was produced, written, and directed by a person named Larry Buchanan. Now, I was not familiar with this person, Larry Buchanan, but he was apparently a schlockmeister for AIP, American International Productions, specializing in made-for-TV late-night movies, including The Eye Creature and Curse of the Swamp Creature, and, of course, Mars Needs Women. This stars Yvonne Craig, who you may know as Batgirl from the 1960s Batman series, and it also stars Tommy Kirk, who had a pretty substantial career in his younger days as a child actor for Disney, and then and we'll get into that as well. Actually, now that I think about it, I forgot to look something up, but maybe I'll leave you with some homework. The synopsis for this film is 5 ambassadors from Mars, led by Dop, played by Tommy Kirk, come to Earth in search for one thing: women. Because of a strange genetic defect, Mars women can produce only males, and their species is now on the verge of extinction. The Martians court all likely candidates, such as a stripper, played by Bubbles Cash, a flight attendant, played by Donna Lindberg, and a doctor, played by Yvonne Craig. Some red-blooded American men, however, are not happy about this scheme and aim to stop it. So this movie is definitely, like I said at the beginning of this review, a product of its time. This would definitely not get made today. Although I think there was a 2011 movie called Mars Needs Moms or something. I don't know if that's supposed to be like a takeoff on this, but probably more sensitive to than this one. But this was definitely, a product of its time. Would not get made today. I mean, this would be shot down in a heartbeat as incredibly sexist. Even if you look at the cover, it says they were looking for chicks ... to go all the way. And clearly you can see there's some not so subtle design elements in the DVD cover here. So you kind of, when you watch these older movies, you kind of have to step back and say, okay, I realize this movie would not, a lot of people would probably not be too happy about this. But if you watch it from the angle of when it was made and the cultural context, and just that the fact that this was a cheesy made-for-TV sci-fi campy movie, you can kind of separate yourself from the not so good parts, I guess. I'm able to do that. I mean, there are some movies, like older movies that I watch, where it's so sexist, and I just, it really puts me off. But and this is no exception. But it's so corny and so campy. I mean, much like Batman from the '60s. There's lots, and I'm rewatching that series now, um, and just a lot of the stuff in it is just like, oh my god, it's so cringy. But anyway, let's talk more about this film. So Tommy Kirk, the lead actor in this film, and I copied this from Wikipedia, he said, quote, "Undoubtedly one of the stupidest motion pictures ever made. How I got talked into it, I don't know," unquote. So even the main actor in this film is just like, this movie's not good. Like I had mentioned, Kirk had built his career early as a child star for Disney, and he was fired from Disney. And I'm trying to remember. I know Tommy Kirk was an openly gay. Well, I don't know if he was openly gay back then, like in his Disney years, but I think something bad happened. He may have had a relationship with a young man, and Disney was like, "You're done." And I think they brought him back for a sequel to a movie he had done, but otherwise, like, Disney was basically done with this guy. I think he kind of has since been able to come back to like Disney conventions and things like that as like a guest appearance or whatever. But it wasn't good back in those days. Being openly gay was definitely not acceptable. And you hear those stories, and it makes me feel really sad, because you just don't know the lives that these folks led. But he left. Yeah, so he was fired from Disney for that, and I think allegedly that's what happened. And then I think he took a hiatus, and then from what I read, he was kind of thinking this might be like a bit of a comeback for him, like a renaissance, and he would come back and be this big star. But clearly this movie wasn't going to be that vehicle. This film was shot in 2 weeks in Dallas, Texas. It has a whole bunch of footage, stock footage of rockets and things in it, just to pad out the runtime. Even some of the actors in the film, if you watch this, they got them to like just walk around or like do menial tasks to kind of pad out the runtime of this film. It just ran short, and this movie is actually only an hour and 22 minutes long. So even with that, they had to pad out the runtime with some kind of menial stuff in it. But this film was apparently originally going to be a theatrical release, but in the end, it became a TV movie. There was a proposed sequel in the early 90s, which never got made. I don't know if it was Larry Buchanan, but that movie never came to fruition. The budget for this film, brace yourself, $20,000. And I think even in 1968, that was pretty low. So this just didn't make it to the theater. The reception this film was not well received by critics, and clearly, I mean, I can get behind that. I can understand that. One review, and this is another bit I copied from Wikipedia, but one review of the film and TV Guide reported that, quote, "cheap, amateurish, and dull are words that don't even come close to defining this sci-fi mess. It may be considered one of those films that represents Hollywood filmmaking at its worst," unquote. So critics did not like this movie. And I mean, if you watch this movie, which I would not recommend, but if you do watch this movie, you'll see right away that this is like completely disjointed. It's just so poorly put together. The aliens are just these guys in these like bodysuits. They're trying to like blend in Earth society or whatever, and it's just a complete mess. So and I struggled to decide what I would give this for a rating, or like on a 5-point star system or whatever. I feel like I can't even give this a rating, like maybe like a 1 out of 5 or something, or like a 0.5 out of 5. This is for your hardcore schlocky 50s, 60s sci-fi nerds. I'm probably not going to rewatch this. I probably won't keep this in my collection. It was fine to watch it the one time, but I think I'm out after that. And further to that, and if you watch my reviews, you know that like I am typically like a big budget person. I don't really go for a lot of the B movies and things like that. Occasionally I can find enjoyment in them. And so I do like some schlocky movies, but this is just trash. Like, I just did not like this movie. So, and I'm sure this movie, like everything, has its fans and has its supporters who love this film. And, you know, that's cool. If you're watching this video and you're thinking I'm completely off my rocker and this movie's amazing, hey, more power to you if you love this movie. Not for me. But anyway, this edition is from the Midnight Movies collection, which is usually, when I see that logo, I usually pick these up just because oftentimes they are like the cheesy late night movies, but they're pretty good. Not so much in this case, but I am actually going to read the back of this, which is maybe a bit doubling up on the synopsis, but I have to take it out because the sticker covers part of it, but just... And this is partially why I bought it when I saw it at the store, because it just made me laugh. But it says, "Warning! Sex-starved spaceman on the prowl for bodacious Earth babes. Get ready for interplanetary petting and Martian makeout madness." Teen heartthrob Tommy Kirk, also an alien in the film Pajama Party, leads a stellar cast as a sex-starved spaceman looking for love on all the wrong planets. Wild, wacky, and way, way out of this world. This quote-unquote incredible, and that's from a quote from the Psychotronic Encyclopedia film, and zany sci-fi adventure is filled with hot, heavenly bodies, hilarious alien contacts, and outrageous close encounters of the dating kind. When a girl shortage of galactic proportions turns the Martian dating scene into a black hole, 4 extra handsome extraterrestrials set their sights on Earth's own cosmic cuties, hoping to find a few gorgeous girls willing to go all the way, ... to the stars. But when the boys at NASA uncover the interplanetary poaching, they put rocket science to a new use in kicking some Martian astronauts clear out of the solar system. So I was reading that in the thrift shop, and I thought, well, there's clearly no way I can leave this here at the pawn shop. I need to bring this home with me. So I guess I'm happy I saw it once. I can say I saw it. This is rated 14. It has a runtime of 1 hour, 22 minutes. Color, 1967. Oh, I said 68, but I guess it's 67. This is put out by MGM. Special features are none. Just the English and Spanish language tracks. And it also has French and Spanish subtitles if you need that. But yeah, this is probably a first for my channel. I don't even know what to do with the ratings on this, but again, this is for your fan of like the real schlocky 50s, 60s sci-fi goofball. And I do like Batman from the 60s, and when I saw Yvonne Craig was in this, I thought, cool, I really like her. But again, this is just low-hanging fruit, as they say. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on this film. Did you love this movie? Did maybe you are old enough that you grew up on this? I don't know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. You can watch this for free on YouTube. There are several copies of this on YouTube. I did not check the quality of them, but the thumbnail looked pretty clean, so I would guess they're probably decent copies, probably taken from this DVD. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on this. If you like this review, give me the thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Follow me over on Instagram at Night Owl Video, where I usually post what's coming up on the show or what's happening on any given day. And thank you for watching. And tomorrow will be a thrifting haul video. And on Friday, for Fright Friday, I am doing the horror comedy Dead and Breakfast. So make sure you stick around for that, because that's a juicy little film that we'll be exploring. But anyway, thank you again. Until next time, I will see you at the video store or at the thrift store, or just out and about, or maybe I'll see you at some UFO crash site or something. I don't know. But until then, take good care of yourself, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.